we at? Check us out on the graph. Dead to the left, right?
It starts dead to our left and then works up to there.
Okay. But like we're within 50 foot. There's one.
Right on the edge of the second one, like that.
That's a good one. Get him. The boat. Ooh. There goes a crankbait. Her spawner. God, look how ugly they are, though. Jeez. Yeah, to the left about 1,500. We're right within range. That fish probably followed it.
Straight off.
Left.
Disco party hard. Little fishy.
Oh. 5-minute penalty. Ugly shad too. Oh God, let's go, let's go, let's go. My line's floating. You know what that means, right?
Yep. I mean...
Remember that working for you was. A little chicken nugget going, ah! Could you imagine a chicken? You're just laying on your couch like chilling, all of a sudden chicken nugget, or you're like
right in your face.
I would eat it, no questions asked. Like I wouldn't look at the root. I wouldn't even. I would just.
It's gonna smell like gangrene.
Come on now.
I'm saying.
Mine smells like lead and garlic.
I'm fucking in, dude.
A lead. Could you imagine a lead and garlic tasting chicken nugget dropping in your lap? I'd eat it. Look at this. It's a little chicken nugget. Little chicken nugget, dude. Alright. Had enough fun with that one.
Fired up.
I think it was August. July, August is a good spot. I got another set of hooks in there. Hey, boat flip on a 12-pound line. Oh yeah. 5-pounder?
Yeah.
Hey, boat flip a 5-pounder, 12-pound line. And a Scenko stick. I'll edit that part out. Just send it to Alex. Good fish. It's the same size as the one I caught last week. Dude, they're glued. They're in the pile. Pretty one. She's 4.5. 4 3/4. Pretty fish. This GoPro is gonna be the death of me. I just caught another giant. Look at that. Scrounger down the hatch. That's one of the best bites I've had in a long time. It was like, boom! Like, I think it was, I don't know if I was ticking the pile or if I don't know.
That fish, I backed off a little bit. I think it was that fish that I kept seeing. That's a good fish.
Gosh. Guys, I don't know if this GoPro keeps turning on. We'll keep quiet. What a bite. There you go. That's one of them. There's one of them. Uh-oh. Oh my God, it's a giant.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, I wish you could feel these bites. Like, this rod makes it like day and night fucking different.
Are they tonguing it right now?
No, they're just...
That's a giant. Dude, there's so many big ones in this pile right now.
Here she comes, coming up.
Mega.
Think she's over 5?
Looks like a 7 to me, dude. We're about to find out, aren't we?
Maybe. I don't break her off.
What you got on there, 10?
Got 14, but
She's got it right in the frickin'... I think she's over 7, bud. What a fish. Hang on, let me find the bag, son. Here, put her on the old gambler scale. I think she's gonna go 8.3. Seven even? I must be way off. That's still a good fish, dude. Seven. Yeah. 7-pounder. Had a double confirmer of the X tools.
beautiful fish, boys. NRX, baby, feel the bite.
Oh, come on, not on my page. How deep is it?
16. make sure I'm not casting a giant ass spoon in your brush pile.
Dude, how did I get two? I got 2 hooks in this fish, and I caught 2 at a time. Right under the boat. I knew it wasn't a big one, I just didn't feel like it, but it had some weight to it. That's how you do it, 2-in-1 crankbait. There's a couple down there. Ooh, I gotta skip a frog under that tree, holy shit. Alright, we gonna break some rules right now, so we're gonna skip a frog under the tree. I mean, look at that thing. Did you not skip a frog under that tree, oh boy. Boys from the Alabama River, we fish anything that looks good. No way, dude. Oh my god, dude, are you serious? We're on Lake June, not Okeechobee. I was about to say, I need to flip a jig under there. Okay, look, guys, we're on Lake June. We're going down the bank, and I go, look at this beautiful tree. Skip a popping frog in there. $4.5 pounder.
Only where
I got a swim jig on the box. You want to throw that?
Take it out.
Unreal.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. The only reason I say that, I'm like, dude, fucking their spawn was like last month.
Jeez, man, this is fun.
Wait, did you just say about catching fish out of this mess?
You knock all the slack in that line. Oh gosh. God. It's gonna be bigger than I think. I love this thing. That's the other guy in this guy thing. Dang, are you, dude? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. That's how you started off there, boys. Maggot Giggy Head. First cast. They didn't want the crankbait, but they wanted that. Oh God, it's a 7. I told you, we're gonna catch him today, dude. That's a good. Here, just kind of zoom in with your camera. What you doing there, boys? Alright, come here. Yes. 4.5. I literally just lost one this big. Maybe a little bit bigger. That's a good fish. They're biting today, son. Oh, come on. Come on. What you doing? Sorry, Rob. It's not my fault. Little one on a drop shot. Can I get under you real quick? Yeah, that's all we're doing. I mean, we're doing a couple different things. We're throwing that Gambler mag giggy head. I think like a 1/4 or a 3/8 ounce, 5/16. I'm really not sure. That's why I caught that first big one on. I cranked it first through, and we've thrown a 10XD and stuff in there. Tyler's caught a bunch of fish on a little drop shot. And right now I'm just rigging a little Gambler Weebo worm in morning dawn type color. Just a little 1/4 ounce, probably like a 12-inch leader, 8-pound line. It's working. Fishing geek. This guy, oh, there you go. Uh-oh. That's her. Yeah, that big. You seen how I rigged it? She's like, there's no way you're gonna hook a fish. That's a nice one. Catching bass. she goes. Well, I got one on the old football though. Little hand-tied football jig I made. Perfect color for this lake. Been throwing it all the whole time been here. First bite. Sit on it. I got it. Button on the GoPro, please. That drag on you this time, huh? It's not near as big as the one I lost. Oh God. 5 what? Oh God. That gambler, Matt Wieteha, getting him right in the roof of the mouth, right where it's supposed to be. God. That's a giant. Oh man, let's put her on the scale. Is that gambler scale in here?
I have no idea. I couldn't find it last time.
Almost as big as the one this morning. Okay. How big was the one this morning? 7-1. That's a beauty. That kind of makes up for the last one I lost, but not really. This is fun.
Oh my gosh, Matt.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, the hook just popped out! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's more there! Oh my god! That's the biggest bass I've ever caught here. No! 9-1. What?
What's up, man?
Are you kidding me, dude? 9 freaking 1. Oh my god, dude. She peeled so much freaking drag. Holy crap. I don't know. That's my PB Lake Placid bass right there, guys. 9-1. On 14-pound line and a mag shaky. No words. No words. Gambler, mag your head, go get you one. They work. How many pounds we got now? 14. Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to recap this video as I'm driving, trying to escape Miami in a Miami traffic. Ironically, you see a little blue roof building over there with the American flag? That is Bass Pro Shops. The only thing in Miami, besides me, that represents bass fishing. True story. Yeah, so we're trying to get out of here, and actually, it's actually funny that I recapped this video because what I did that Friday on this video, I'm doing this exact same Friday. It's not April, but I am going to West Palm Beach to meet up with a good friend named Alex Scenko of ScenkoStix rods, and he has rebuilt me my famed 711 Crankin rod. That weekend, you saw me with that rod fighting that fish. That was the very first ScenkoStix he had ever made for me. And unfortunately, a friend of mine broke the rod. He freaking went to make a cast last July, and he freaking whacked my rod as I was boat flipping a fish. It was like a comedy of errors, but I still have the rod. It's cut down. It's like a 10XD rod now, but it works. But Alex has actually recreated the rod. I'll show you actually the snap right here. Oh yeah. Literally about 99% the same. Only thing he's changed is the hook keeper. But I'm ready to break that rod in like I did last time. He actually made some little small modifications to the blank. Took a little bit off the tip to make the tip a little bit stiffer. And I think this one's gonna be perfect. The last one was like, I'm gonna say 90% perfect. It had almost like a little bit too much tip on the end. So I had him just trim it down a little bit, so it should be perfect now. But that video, Friday we got out there on Lake June, and it was a little tough. I mean, the fishing wasn't amazing. I just kind of went to a couple what I call my pet piles. It's like just piles that I always hit that, you know, you can usually catch like a couple 2-3 pounders off, and it was okay. You know, they weren't it wasn't amazing. Then the next day went to Lake Placid. Actually that day I idled a pile that turned out to be very good in the you know, in the weekends following to that, but I didn't go back there for a while. As I go to cast that pile, you know when you cast, your line kind of does that big arc, then it slowly falls, obviously because of gravity. Well, I went to cast and my line kept going up and up and up and arcing. And that's because there was static electricity in the air, because there were lightning storms everywhere and we were pushing it, and I'm like, dude, we gotta go. It's like, we're gonna die. So we called it a day early. But the next day we went out to Placid, had a decent day that day, as you guys saw in the video. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't horrible. And then that night I'm sitting there rigging tackle and I'm like, what can I tie on? What can I do that I haven't done so far that's gonna put fish in the boat tomorrow? And I'm like, you know, the only thing I have not tied on so far is a mag shaky head. So I pulled out a bag of Gambler mag giggies. I like the 5/16 size. I literally throw that size from 8 to 25 feet of water. It works. I throw a big Magnum trick worm on it and green pumpkin most of the time, just because it works. And that's what I had tied on all day on Sunday. And I pull up to one spot, I'll fire the crankbait out there. You don't see this in the video because I edited it so you guys don't have to see all that crap. I threw 6 casts out there, like 6 or 7 casts, like boom, 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 with a 6XD. You know, that's my go-to crankbait. It works. No bites TV. No bites. I'm like, all right, well, that's definitely a hard spot in 20 foot of water, because these fish are starting to slide out a little bit deeper. Like, that's a hard spot in 20 foot of water. There's fish all over it on the graph. I'm like, I know there's fish there. Let's go try the mag shaky head. I break it out, fire it out there, first cast, 7-pounder. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's a good sign. And then I think next cast later, I catch that 4.5, 5-pounder. So things were looking up. And I think we sat there and, you know, and fished that deal for a little bit, and it just kind of tapered off as the morning went on. So I'm like, all right, let's, you know, I started running a bunch of piles, doing a bunch of idling and stuff. And, you know, we were picking away at him. I think Tyler ended up catching one around 5 on a swim bait. He lost a mega, I can't find the footage, but he lost freaking King Kong on a swim bait. It was funny. Like, he got in a little deal where he was throwing a swim bait around, and he would catch him every spot we went. He'd catch 1 or 2, but I would catch nothing on my crankbait, nothing on the shaky head. I'm like, what the hell? And Tyler would break out this little swim bait, catch one. I'm like, huh. And he went on a little deal where he caught like 3 or 4, and I couldn't catch nothing. And then finally we get to this one pile. I'm like, Tyler, just stand by. Threw my crankbait in there like 4, 5, 6 times. I'm like, all right, there's swim bait in there. Throws it in there, and this rod buckles over, huge head shakes, pulls off. I'm like he got it through the water like probably 10 feet. Like, he fought it for a minute, but it was a giant. It was an absolute giant. We could have had a big bag that day. But so we relocate. We go hit that bar, that hard spot area where we caught those fish early first thing in the morning. And I pull up there and I hook one and lose an absolute giant. That's why I literally set the hook. I didn't get a good hook set in that fish, as you guys saw. But as soon as that fish felt the hook, she made like a huge run and pulled like 5 to 10 feet of drag out. Like, it was just set the hook, come off. It was like, that fish was huge. It was probably a 10-pounder, honestly. And I regrouped after falling on the floor and, you know, throwing a hissy fit. I regrouped, threw back out there, caught a 7, and then regrouped again, threw back out there again, and caught a 9-pounder. And I think at the end of the day, we had very high 20s, and if we would have caught the 5-pounders that we lost, that we saw jump, we would have had low 30s. But who's counting the fish that jumped off, right? But here's the best part. Next video, the next weekend, it gets even better, and they get even bigger. So, you know, I learned from my mistakes and my history and everything. So I took everything that I applied from these 2 previous weekends. I go back out there the next weekend, and we made hay on them. It was a pretty good weekend. So guys, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. And just see you next video, right? Well guys, just picked up a couple of my rods here. This right here is 6XD rod 2.0. Had them actually match the red to the boat and had them take a little bit off the tip, make it a better, it's a little bit better 6XD rod to what I like. Just it's got a really flexible tip, really lets the rod load up, but just took a little bit off the tip just because the last one had a little too much. I was scared I was gonna break it. There's just a repair he did, and you know, I was talking about that mag shaky head rod. Well, this is it's a little stiff, but I think it'll work. What do you guys think? Nah, just kidding. This is a repair he did for a boat that I work on. If you guys need repairs, Alex Scenko will do them for you. He is very reasonable, cheaper than most tackle shops, actually cheaper than all tackle shops, but he does a really good job. Also, check this out, some sick apparel and some sick hats. I mean, it's a one-stop shop. Nice clothes, nice rods, repairs. What else do you want? ScenkoStix, check them out.